Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are back on Lessons in Leadership with another great conversation. Chris, thanks so much for joining me. We've talked about imposter syndrome and this idea that it can really be a challenge for so many leaders, not just experiencing it, but also in recognizing it. Can you kind of talk through that quiet self-doubt voice that all too often creeps into our heads and how you've learned to identify it when you're experiencing that? And even better yet, talk to us about what strategies you use to navigate it.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. First of all, if you feel imposter syndrome, congratulations to you. That means that you are stretching yourself beyond your comfort zone, and it's something to be applauded. Now, if we stretch ourselves beyond our comfort zone into things that we're not used to, we always look at other people and what they're doing. And this is where the comparison comes from, right? We compare ourselves to the ones who's been around for 20 years. And that's where the imposter syndrome comes from, right? We tell ourselves that their achievements are so great, they're so confident, and they seemingly have it all together. And we look at ourselves and we're like, well, they belong, but we don't. And we just got lucky and we are one mistake away from being found out. So really, comparison is a thief of joy. And this is where the imposter syndrome comes from. But I want to ask you, who do you compare yourself with? Who do you compete with? It should be the one you were yesterday. So you should flip that script and focus on your own journey and focus on your own joy or your own progress. That's how I usually get myself out of that imposter syndrome. So instead of seeing others as competition, see them as inspiration. Instead of measuring your own worth by their achievement, celebrate your own wins, and then ask yourself the question, instead of, am I measuring up? Ask yourself the question, am I doing the right things that I need to do to advance and get to that position? Am I learning? Am I growing? Am I even taking the smallest steps into the direction of my dreams? And if you do so, you are already winning. So I challenge you, shift your focus, celebrate your progress and even the small victories, and be proud of how far you come from when you started. So the only person you're competing with is the one you were yesterday. And when you do that, not only will you quiet that imposter syndrome voice, but you replace it with a sense of purpose, pride, and joy.
I love the theme that you hit on, and that's reframing. It's reframing, the fact that you're even feeling this way, I think is so important. I've never, until you said it, thought about the idea or the notion that you feel this way because you're stretching yourself. So if you start there and can reframe how you process that natural emotion, how you reframe who you're looking at, who you're maybe competing against, it sets you up for a different conversation in your own head. I absolutely love that. I think reframing is a key to this conversation, and it's something we all manage. So what a great tip. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you check out other videos on this playlist. Have a great day, everyone.